So today is our warm-up day for the Santa Barbara Nationals. Tomorrow is our first real show day. So let's go see how we do. So today is day 2 of the show. I'm on Remington first for the 1 meter. Stop! And then I have Cali in the 1 meter and the meter 10.
Remarkable, Zoe Luna leads us off in our meter class.
You're like a circle that floats around me, keeping me safe and sound. And when I fall, you tied a rope to me. You're blessing me every day. I was down with an illusion, like a sparrow with broken wings. But now I shine with your reflection on me. I'm getting back up on my feet. That you showed up was written in my palm. You are a statement, explode like a bomb. I get to push myself to victory. You make me winner. You cut me loose and set me free. You make me win in every way. You showed me how to spread my wings. Yes, I'm the winner of the day. You cut me loose and set me free. You make me win in every way. You showed me how to spread my wings. Yes, I'm the winner of the day. Yes, I'm the winner.
Rider record 70.471 and clear.
Am I awake or am I dreaming? So far gone, I won't look back. And when I move, there ain't no stopping me. You're pushing me up to the top. I saw the clouds looking angry, but then the sky reached my mind. And when I space out, I see the possibilities unfolding
38-0-5-3 and clean.
So today was Remington's first 1 meter round. He's only been to a few shows, so we've kept it pretty small with him, especially because he's young. But today he did his first meter. I was actually planning on doing the 90s, but just with time constraints and everything going on, the meter was set a little soft, so I decided that would be fine. Going in, he was being a little bit ornery. He kind of fought me to the first fence. And I think we did 7 in the first line, which was the strides that most people were getting. We might have done 8, but I think it was 7. And then when we came around to the 2, he was jumping really well and moving forward, so I made the mistake of thinking, okay, I'm gonna push for the bending to the 1 stride. Originally, earlier today and yesterday, he was kind of peeking at the yellow poles. So coming into a 1 stride, I didn't want to come in too quiet and then him stall coming out. So my plan was 5. I hit the oxer a little soft and I pushed for 5, but I wasn't really getting the response and he kind of jammed for 6. So my mistake, I should have just bent out for 6, especially knowing young horses, but you live and you learn. So he was very clever there, continuing on. He had a nice bending, still being a little bit sassy though. And then he got the 7 there, which was the strides. And then at the far line, I was thinking 7 until I came in, and then I decided to get the strides for 6. Around that corner though, I had to half halt him pretty good because he hadn't seen the arches yet, those white arches, and I just wanted to give him time being a green horse. So I sat him up and he jumped the arches and he was clear. For his jump off, I left a stride out in the first line. I trust Remington a lot as far as that kind of stuff. He's a big horse, he has a big step, and he's very clever, so that's kind of where I can make up the time. This show tends to be, I'm a little cautious with my jump offs. It's new footing, so it can be a little bit finicky, so I don't like to take the turns too tight too fast. So for him, I left out a stride there, which is our option for saving time, and came around to the 2. He was good through the 2, and then I sat him down for, a little bit of a tighter turn to, I think, 7. I rode it pretty direct. Some people were getting 8. I did 7. And then just that roll back to the arches again. And he was double clear. I think he had a time of 38 seconds. I believe the fastest was 32. So there was definitely a lot of room, but I would say a lot of people were getting like 35s, 36s. So very good. Again, I don't want to put pedal to the metal and make any dangerous or kind of crazy things that I wouldn't do at home. I don't like to leave it all out in the ring. I don't think that's a good way to train a young horse. So for a good meter round, I mean, I made mistakes for sure, but he was very good. So he ended up, I believe, 6th in that, which is very good. And I was, again, very proud of him. So yeah.
Touch sets and GhoDho.
Be your light. Be your light. I'll be your light. If it gets too dark, I'll be your light. Be your light. I'll be your light. If it gets too dark, yeah, I can carry all that you've got. 2 heavy hearts is not a lie. I will put out all of the fire. We stumble and fall, and it's not a lie that I die. I can't hide what this is. Yeah, I keep drowning in those blue eyes, and you can tell me all of your lies. I will put out all of the fire if it gets too dark.
Are you done with it?
Be your light. Be your light. I'll be your light. If it gets too dark, I'll be your light. Be I am running for you.
36,495.
I am running for you. If it gets too dark, I'll be your light. I'll be your light. I'll be your light. If it gets too dark, I'll be your light. I'll be your light. Your light. I'll be your light. If it gets too dark, be your light. I'll be your light. If it gets too dark, be your light. I'll be your light. Your light. I'll be your light. If it gets too dark, I'll be your light.
Within the allowable time, we want to recall.
So Cali, I'm not going to break it down as much, just because there's going to be a lot of Cali this week. I think I only have one round with Remington. So she did the meter and the meter 10. I came into this kind of like, I didn't know if I was going to do the 90 and the meter and the meter 10. She gave me a really good feeling yesterday, so I thought I would do the meter and the meter 10 since all the class counts were about the same. And again, with it being a little bit finicky, the footing, like I'm not going to be like slicing and barrel turning smaller fences. I would rather ride a bigger course and have a smoother track. So that was the plan. I was a little shocked when I got on her today how tired she was. I pulled her grain earlier this week. Normally she is a horse that at the show is very fizzy and hot and can be very distracted, so that's very normal for me. I just take the grain out of her meals and just continue on with her hay pellets. She gets alfalfa and Bermuda hay pellets, so that's what I did. And I think it played a little bit against me. I had a lot less horse than I was anticipating today. I rode her in spurs, which is very interesting. So all in all, I just had a lot less horse than I thought I was going to have. So that kind of changed my plans around, I guess. In the meter, she was fairly good. I felt like there was a little bit of, I don't know, like disunity between her and I. Like it wasn't the smoothest round I've put down with her, but it was fine. She went double clear, and she was very good. She got 5th in the meter, and I was pretty pleased with her overall. Like I think again it could have gone better. Coming around to the green oxer to the yellow one stride, I had planned on doing 6 because if she jumps in for 5, she tends to get very flat in combinations and can either have a rail or even like, I don't know, her stride is just really big, so it sets you up really, really, really deep coming out. And my plan was for 6. It was kind of bobbly. We had a lot of cross cantering, but again, like it worked out just fine. So I was very pleased with her in the meter. It just wasn't the horse I normally had, which is why I feel like I didn't ride it the way I normally do, and we're not the best partnership we could have been. Going into the meter 10, I just felt like I had too much time walking on her back. I already had a tired horse. I spent, we had one round. I was the second to last round in the meter, and I was first in the meter 10, or second in the meter 10. And there was a water and a drag. In hindsight, I think there was like 30 or so minutes, and it kind of seemed like one of those hurry up and wait, where I was like, oh, it's just gonna be 5 more minutes, so I don't want to get off. And I should have gotten off and just let her chill for a second, because she was walking, and I think she just got really tired. And again, hindsight, I should have probably like just cantered to refresh her before I went in the ring, or even like taken a little bigger fence once to go in the ring, because I came in and she was really, I hesitate to say sucked back, but just behind the leg. And I came around the corner to the first fence and closed my leg, and nothing happened, which is not a good feeling. So then I decided to add, and she had a very stupid rail, which was unfortunate. She just kind of, again, it was really deep. She had a front rail. continue on. She cross-cantered through the whole line, which didn't exactly give me a great feeling. And I think coming out of the second fence, I was like, okay, you need to ride forward. So my plan changed from adding to getting the stride so that I had a forward horse, because I just felt like with how backed off she was, I didn't want her stalling and jumping like a deer, which Cali tends to get like that. So came around at the two-stride. The two-stride was nice, and then I came around the gate and I kind of saw again that waiting distance or the long one, so I pushed, which knowing Cali, again, that's not ideal. So I pushed in. It was a cross-cantering 5, and exactly what I knew would happen happened, and she had the rail first part of the one stride down, just getting too flat. Coming around the corner, still cross-cantering, just kind of disorganized. She jumped the 6th fence, that blue oxer, pretty okay. She could have been better in front. Great hind end, and then continued down to 7, which was good. When she came around to the 6, I felt like I had a better horse in front of my leg, and then the rollback was okay as well. But just overall, I felt like she was just kind of disorganized and behind the leg. So improvement for tomorrow. I'm still planning on doing the 110 with her tomorrow and only the 110. And if that is not ideal again, then I will do the 1 meter, probably just a total of 3 more classes for the rest of the show, whether it's 110 or the meter. But Cali's never had rails at a show, so it was a little bit of a wake-up call. So we have our plan in place for tomorrow, and I look forward to seeing how it goes.
Touch of 6 and GhoDho.
So all in all, I was super pleased with Cali's round today. She was excellent. There were a couple things I could have ridden a little bit better for sure. She was a little bit looky into the one stride, which was funny, but overall she gave me a really good feeling. She was super game, very careful, and I took her jump off really slow. Again, this is Cali's 3rd ever meter 10, second that's even close to height, because the SBCRC meter 10 is very soft. So I was really pleased with how she was and how professional she was. So On to tomorrow. Huh.
First card for Touch of Sex. And Zoe Wood.
Once felt I'm done with the defense. Drove back and climbed over your fence. Had to show you that I was a mess. So you were shrugging your shoulders. I'm closed off, that's what I told you. Soon enough, everything started to change. 'Cause there's no going back, no going back. There's no going back to your old life. Not living in the past, we're over that. I'm feeling it tonight, riding on the dizzying heights. Riding on the dizzying heights. Like nothing could stop us. Sunsets, remember the colors. They were wrong, it was way more than a dream.
Playing within.
We climbed up, yeah, over the hillside. So right, we stood there all wide-eyed. You and I floated on air in my mind. 'Cause there's no going back, no going back. There's no going back to your old life. Not living in the past, we're over that. I'm feeling it tonight, riding on the dizzying heights. I'm standing on the dizzying heights.
With a time of 40.080, no time falls for jumping. Falls puts her in second.
My thoughts have never been clearer. I see what you're doing to me now. They lie, they steal, they fooled us. Deep down I probably knew this. I think I will be holding on to the one thing that I know is stronger. Love is blind and no one's perfect. Platinum seems so shallow, 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 shallow. But you are bright white gold. They made us lose our focus. The very same hands that formed us. Go build a better tomorrow. For you I'd make it a rainbow. I think I will be holding on to the one thing that I know is stronger. Love is blind and no one's perfect. Platinum seems so shallow, 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 shallow. But you are bright white gold. With you by my side, I'm not worried. I think we'll be able to find ourselves.
I'll have them in a minute. They're still over there. But there you go. Good for you. Woo!
Okay, I'm gonna steal this one from you too.
Thank you. That was great. Reserve champion, little girl.
Super happy with Cali all week. She was really, really good. She had a good round today as well. She went double clear, and I don't know, if I was picky, I'd say there wasn't a whole lot of continuity. I felt like I was kind of, I don't know. It was a nice round. I'm proud of it, but I feel like I could have ridden a little better. But to be honest, I'm super happy with how she did this week. She stepped up like a champ. Really happy with her rideability. And again, like, we may have yellow ribbons or green ribbons or whatever, but it really doesn't matter to me. I'm just super happy with how she did. So.